Good morning, I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Tuesday, May 23rd. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. Days after the city of New York placed dozens of asylum seekers in the Knights Inn Hotel in the Village of Liberty, they moved them out. County Legislature Chairman Rob Doherty said the hotel owner was told that the contractor for New York City essentially required full use of the entire hotel, and he was unwilling to accept the conditions. That was because of the owner's existing obligations to Sullivan County and his desire to support his private paying customers who have already booked rooms in advance of the busy Catskills vacation system. Doherty said as a result, New York City has apparently decided to relocate the migrants.
I guess, the city found it to be just easier to bring them to another county than to try to fight the fight here in Sullivan County.
Doherty said the county has not seen or been informed of further transports from New York City. iPark 87, the former IBM complex in the town of Ulster, has been awarded a $10 million Restore New York grant for a workforce innovation center. Governor Kathy Hochul came to the property yesterday to make the announcement. She predicted when the two old buildings to be rehabbed are up and running, 1,000 jobs could be created by the center.
It is all about the workforce, training tomorrow's workers, and not just for people who've been in this community and the kids who are born here now can stay here, but attracting people from other parts of our state and other parts of our country.
Ulster Executive Jen Metzger said the center will break down barriers and create opportunities for all, especially underserved communities, by providing important support like on-site child care and public transportation.
iPark 87 is really the embodiment of what the Restore New York grant is meant to do, to help communities reimagine and transform long-abandoned properties in line with the vision of what our communities need now.
Joe Cotter, co-founder of iPark 87, parent company Natural Resources, said the former IBM site was in the worst condition of all of their properties, and he termed it the Big Ugly. But he said they have a number of companies already lining up to locate there. Assemblyman Jonathan Jacobson is calling on President Biden to provide work papers for asylum seekers who were recently sent from New York City to the town of Newburgh. Jacobson said New York City is currently providing the asylum seekers, all able-bodied men, with food and shelter at two local hotels, but the men do not want to be cared for by the government. They're here to work so they might provide for themselves and build productive lives in the U.S. Jacobson said, unfortunately, they are unable to do so because they lack the ability to work here legally. Now that the use of cannabis is legal in New York, the Newburgh City Council has voted to adopt an ordinance amending its zoning to allow it. Councilman Omari Shakur expressed concern about city employee testing for the drug, which was addressed by City Corporation Counsel Michelle Kelson.
It's more about whether the employee is impaired on the job, not about what they do on their off hours. So we have revisited the city's policies and procedures, following up on the change in New York state law relative to adult use of cannabis and cannabis products.
The code also delineates where cannabis may be used and where it's prohibited, such as in city parks. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
A man described as an innocent bystander was shot last night near the intersection of Main and South Cherry Streets in Poughkeepsie. City police and firefighters responded to the location of the shooting at about 8:30 and found a man described as older by a first responder suffering from a gunshot wound to his shoulder. He was triaged and transported to a hospital. Officers and detectives remained on the scene to canvass for evidence and witnesses. Empress EMS has announced the acquisition of Mobile Life Support Services based in Newburgh, bringing together two of the largest EMS ambulance service providers. The negotiations had been ongoing for more than 6 months, according to Mobile Life co-founder Gail Metzger. Both EMS providers issued statements to their employees on Monday. Metzger told her employees that she believes the sale is in the best interest of the business and will allow it to move forward in the hands of a larger, nationwide, well-respected entity. A Sunday evening accident between two motorcycles on Route 55 in the town of Bethel claimed the life of one of the operators, state police from the Liberty Barracks said. Police said preliminary investigation revealed that 40-year-old Joseph Messina and 42-year-old William Bailey, both from Dingman, Surrey, Pennsylvania, were traveling south on Route 55 when they collided. Messina was operating a 2012 Harley-Davidson and Bailey was operating a 2003 Harley-Davidson. Troopers said Bailey was ejected from his motorcycle and struck a utility pole. He was pronounced dead at the scene. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.